Young Miami has been real quiet lately, and it's raising eyebrows. With all the chaos surrounding Diddy, you'd think someone that close to him would have more to say. But instead, she's off making content about deodorant preferences and pretending like the man who helped build her career isn't caught in one of the wildest scandals in hip-hop history. It's almost like the entire industry is tiptoeing around the topic. Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Meek Mill, French Montana. They've all been tight with Diddy over the years, and not one of them is speaking up. That silence says a lot. The recent updates around Diddy's legal troubles are getting weirder by the day. The jury selection process in his sex trafficking case has been a mess. One potential juror called himself lazy and got removed. Another admitted to reposting a Diddy meme during a doom-scrolling session and somehow stayed in the pool. So far, 35 people have been added to the jury pool, mostly men, with a mix of ethnic backgrounds. Diddy reportedly turned down a plea deal, and the trial is creeping forward while the public watches closely. Meanwhile, Young Miami, who's been gifted luxury vehicles, money, and a talk show by Diddy, hasn't had much to say. That show he created for her, she barely promotes it. The awards she picked up, like the BET Honors, many believe Diddy bought them for her. The truth is, he tried to build a platform for her outside of music, because even he knew rapping wasn't going to take her very far. JT, her City Girls partner, was always the standout, and now she's moving on while Miami floats in influencer limbo. Elsewhere in hip-hop, things are just as messy. Jin Lee, the controversial white rapper known for using the N-word, got into a fight at a Houston mall. A man claimed he beat Jin Lee up for the culture, but when the footage surfaced, it showed the exact opposite. Jin Lee beat the brakes off this guy, proving once again that clout chasing can get you embarrassed fast. Rick Ross is now open to making peace with Drake, which is wild considering how deep he got into the Kendrick versus Drake beef. Ross built a lot of his career on songs with Drake. Hits like Aston Martin Music, Gold Roses, and Stay Schemin' gave him his biggest chart success. Without Drake, Ross's list of solo hits shrinks fast. Hustlin', BMF, and maybe one or two others. So it's no surprise he's ready to make up. But let's be real. Ross had no reason to jump into that beef in the first place. He claimed it was about French Montana not getting a song cleared by Drake, which is ridiculous considering Ross dissed French in the past himself. He's a walking contradiction. Talented? Sure. But loyal? Not even close. A$AP Rocky is now talking about running for mayor of New York City. Yes, you read that right. We've officially entered the simulation. DDG is out here claiming he started the trend of live-streaming music creation, like Tory Lanez didn't pioneer that whole space during the pandemic. Let's give credit where it's due. Tory Lanez was the first to really make that format popular, and a lot of these newer artists followed his lead. Meanwhile, YNW Melly caught a break, sort of. He received a $500,000 bond for one of his 6 charges, specifically a solicitation to tamper with a witness. But don't expect him to walk free anytime soon. The murder charges are still hanging over him, and the chances of him getting bond on those are slim to none. The prosecution continues struggling to get in touch with one of the key witnesses, victim number 3, which adds even more twists to an already tangled legal battle. Then there's Kanye West, who never fails to say something bizarre. His latest quote, "If a girl don't let me smash, we not friends." That's something. On a more reflective note, Kevin Gates' wife, Drya, posted a cryptic message about shedding dead weight and seeking clarity. Some think it's aimed at Gates, others think it's just her promoting a 21-day reset. Either way, it's another day, another drama. All of this circles back to one question. Why is no one holding Young Miami accountable? Diddy did a lot for her, some would say too much. When things were good, she was front and center. Now that things are dark, she's gone silent. No one's saying she has to ride for him if she doesn't believe in what he's accused of. But at the very least, say something. Don't act like none of it happened. And definitely don't pretend like your success story didn't have his fingerprints all over it. It's not about defending Diddy, it's about being honest. The industry is full of snakes, and when the money dries up or the scandals roll in, people jump ship. But the internet doesn't forget. Everyone sees who's staying quiet. Everyone sees who benefited from the empire and now pretends they built it on their own. At some point, the truth always comes out. So where does this all lead? Maybe nowhere. Maybe everyone keeps pretending. But if there's one thing that's clear, it's that the silence from the people closest to Diddy is louder than any statement. And that silence, it speaks volumes.